Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about radiosensitizing anti-cancer drugs. Radiosensitizing anti-cancer drugs include, we have cisplatin, mitomycin C, then we have 5-fluorouracil, gemcitabine and hydroxyurea. Cisplatin, mitomycin C, 5-fluorouracil, gemcitabine and hydroxyurea are radiosensitizing drugs. Then we have targeted anti-cancer drugs. The targeted anti-cancer drugs include, first we have small molecule inhibitors. These small molecule inhibitors are CDK4 inhibitors, which will inhibit cyclin dependent kinase 4 and cyclin dependent kinase 6 both. Example, palbociclib, abemaciclib, ribociclib. Examples of CDK4 inhibitors are palbociclib, abemaciclib and ribociclib. It is used in ER positive and HER2 negative breast carcinoma. Then we have PARP inhibitors. PARP inhibitor are poly-ADP ribose polymerase inhibitors. Poly-ADP ribose polymerase inhibitors protein is, it will repair single stranded DNA break. This will repair single stranded DNA break. Then if PARP1 inhibitors are present, then you will see no repair is seen. Example, we have olaparib, rucaparib, niraparib, talazoparib. Olaparib, rucaparib, niraparib and talazoparib. Use is, it is used in BRCA mediated ovarian cancer. It is used in BRCA mediated ovarian cancer. Then we have proteasome inhibitors. In the proteasome inhibitors, normally these proteasome inhibitors will inhibit NF-κ beta, that is it inhibits NF-kappa B, which is involved in cell division in the plasma cell. This proteasome inhibitor is used in multiple myeloma as the drug of choice. Examples are bartizomib and carfilzomib. Bartizomib, carfilzomib and ixazomib. Bartizomib, carfilzomib and ixazomib. These are the inhibitors of proteasome inhibitors. Then we have the next pathway, which is hedgehog pathway inhibitors. These hedgehog pathway inhibitors, these are present in basal cell, used in basal cell carcinoma. These are present in basal cells and these are used in basal cell carcinoma. Examples include, these are sonidegib and vismodegib are the examples. Examples are sonidegib and vismodegib are the examples. Then we have tyrosine kinase inhibitor. Tyrosine kinase inhibitors. Examples of tyrosine kinase inhibitors are imatinib mesylate. So this imatinib mesylate is used as drug of choice for chronic myeloid leukemia. It is also used as drug of choice for gastrointestinal stromal tumors. Then we have second generation tyrosine kinase inhibitors, like we have dasatinib, nilotinib, bosutinib and ponatinib. Dasatinib, nilotinib, bosutinib and ponatinib. After these, if there is no response, even after giving these second generation tyrosine kinase inhibitors, if there is no response, it causes omacitoxin. Omacitoxin inhibits protein translocation. These tyrosine kinase inhibitors are given orally and food increases the absorption. Food increases absorption in the following drugs. Food increases absorption in griseofulvin, statins and also in tyrosine kinase inhibitors, food increases the absorption. Then we have in the tyrosine kinase inhibitors, we have drugs like gefitinib, erlotinib, ceritinib. So these are used in lung cancer. Then the drug like sunitinib. Sunitinib is actually a tyrosine kinase inhibitor of choice in renal cell carcinoma. Then we have pazopanib, axitinib and sorafenib. Pazopanib, axitinib and sorafenib are used in renal cell carcinoma, whereas sorafenib is used in hepatocellular carcinoma. Then we have vemurafenib, dabrafenib and trametinib. Vemurafenib, dabrafenib and trametinib, all these are used in malignant melanoma. Then we have vandetanib, which is used in medullary carcinoma of thyroid. Then the drug lapatinib is used in breast carcinoma. Then if you see the drugs which are important are Janus kinase inhibitors. Then if you have the last one, which is Janus kinase inhibitors, like we have Janus kinase inhibitors like baricitinib and tofacitinib. Both these are used for rheumatoid arthritis. Then we have ruxolitinib. Here this ruxolitinib is used for myelofibrosis. Then if you see gene therapy, the drug tisagenlecleucel is the first gene based therapy for acute lymphocytic leukemia, and this is CD19 directed T cell immunotherapy. This reprograms the patient's T cells and thus encodes a chimeric antigen receptor. It will reprogram the patient's T cells and encode a chimeric antigen receptors, and it identifies and removes it. So this is about the tyrosine kinase inhibitors. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you.